Hey, you! You're listening to the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed because you're an untouchable success. To support us and gain access to great exclusive shows like our brand new Supernatural watch-along Himboos, head over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. You'll also get your lucky little mitts on hundreds of episodes of our other exclusive shows like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Star Trek The Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, and the complete series of Fox Mulder is a Maniac. We do movie nights, game streaming, regular mini-series and surprise shows, and you can even commission your own podcast about anything you want, within reason. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by heading to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed. Probably don't need help with that word.
Who the hell am I?
I'm a construction worker. I have to go to the bathroom. I said, be right back.
I'm a cop, you idiot!
Pastor.
Oh! I'm Detective John Kimball.
Who is your daddy?
Answer the question!
And what does he do?
Put that cookie down! Now!
No! This is from the writer of Enemy, Tom.
Man,
It makes more sense when you hear that.
That throws me for a loop.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome
to a brand new episode of Into the Mr. Universe.
A very special episode of Into the Mr. Universe.
I know.
This is the Punky Brewster kid gets stuck in the fridge episode.
Yeah. This is
Arnold firmly in his bummer phase.
Yes. After Maggie, holy shit.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you to Norm from Cheers. Thank you, Norm. Our patron producer who had us watch every single goddamn Arnold Schwarzenegger film,
Just
at least
about.
the ones that he's starring in.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about him as an actor, which for the longest time we were really firmly like, how is he as this meat slab punching people? But this is like post governor.
Yep.
Arnold,
this is transitional Arnold,
where he's like, I want to try some stuff. He doesn't throw a single punch in this.
Look, I'm old. Old.
Like Maggie, he at least fights a zombie, and Maggie fights some people.
Yeah, and he gets scooped up by the deputy, and they have a bit of a tussle, but
yeah,
he does. You're right. He does have to bash a few zombies, and he bashes them good.
He does. But we're in 2017's aftermath.
This is just nothing but Arnold being sad.
This is Arnold.
This is the most somber lowl I've ever seen.
This is
just a single tear.
Had you seen this?
No.
Same.
I'd read about it. I was. I remember being intrigued by the premise.
I assumed it was still going to be an action. I thought it was like,
kind of a little bit,
conspiracy or
like a bit of a law-abiding citizen, maybe.
Right.
Where he's like sort of getting a little unhinged, and I mean, at least delivered on that part. Sorry.
Oh yeah, just the moment the lowercase title showed up, I was like, uh-oh, is this a drama?
Oh no, when it started with the title card, chapter titles with his name, I was like, oh
yeah.
No. And then it goes to Scoot McNairy's character, and it's like Jacob. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. This is wild.
This movie's nuts.
If you're an Arnold fan, I suggest watching this.
Yeah.
Because it is a fascinating bummer of a film.
What a spiraling bummer. It's like a perpetual motion machine of a bummer. It just keeps getting faster and faster, spiraling into bummerness.
Again, writer of Enemy, and I'm like, I feel like the writer didn't intend it. I don't know how Arnold, I should have looked into how he got involved in this.
Yeah, I feel like hearing that it's the writer of Enemy is confounding me because I have to assume there's more intent behind it but the finished product has no intent at all. I don't know what it thinks it's saying or what it was trying to say about anything. But
cycle of violence. I got
blah
a
blah
bit
blah. But a little bit. But sorry, the main. I feel like this similar to one we just watched, which was the one where he's it's like his Den of Thieves movie. Do you remember that one? Where he's like they rip off the money and then they're getting killed one by one, and it turns out it's a member.
Oh,
where they clearly rewrote the ending because he was obviously the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like
I
it feels
forget what the
this
fuck that's
ending
called.
feels rewritten. Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck that movie was called at all. Completely gone.
I disagree with that. I have a few thoughts which I'll kind of sprinkle when we talk about casting and stuff like that. I think what I got from this film and what I think this film was set out to do, is talk about like two people, planes colliding, if you will. They keep showing that symbolism of the planes.
Oh yeah.
But I think there's this idea of like, so for people who don't know, this movie is about a midair collision that kills Arnold's family, and then it follows
300
him.
people.
Yes, amongst others, he kills his family.
Yeah, Arnold's family. Yeah.
And it follows him, and it follows the air traffic controller, who, dare I say, it's not like it's kind of his
he
fault.
caused the accident, but I think. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead. I think it's saying. I think that's reflective of what its broader.
That's what
thing might be. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's about the broader idea of like the people, because it's about Arnold being like, I wanna find out. I want someone to say they're sorry. I want someone to fucking apologize for this.
He's just dealing with this faceless ghoul of a corporation.
Yeah, and he sort of ends up projecting it onto this guy who feels like shit about it. And it's sort of that idea, I think, about
and they've
like
scapegoated him for it too. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's these corporations, these big forces at work to blame are intangible and unreachable. Not even intangible, where it's like, you could talk about like, there was not enough staffing. They were doing all this weird
it was a clear problem. Organizational problem. They were understaffed. They had the minimum of 2 air traffic controllers, and he was watching his buddy's desk while he was in the bathroom, and trying to manage 2 terminals. So
the pilot kind of went rogue. The pilot's like, I'm just going to change altitude real quick.
And the other pilot from Arnold's wife's plane did not drop to the altitude that Scoot told him to. Scoot told them to scoot to 6,000, and they stayed at 9,000.
Yeah,
fuckers.
They do right. So it's like, it's not Scoot's fault.
No, it's not.
Scoot was innocent.
It's like basically what happened is he covered his buddy's station while his buddy was in the bathroom, and 300 people died.
Yeah. And I get this feeling like they're trying to...
Because of budget cuts.
Yeah, they're trying to show this cruel and indifferent world that isn't giving these people what they want. And sometimes to a degree that I would argue is a little cartoonish. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
There's a couple things where I'm like, I don't think that's how the world works, but
no,
it's fine.
Yeah.
And I think that's the idea. It's like the cycle of violence and victimhood, and like people who don't really deserve it kind of turning on each other.
I think that's the idea. I think it's I mean, it gets sort of lost in the weeds with the cycle of violence stuff, which is so boring. It's like you're saying, the big unreachable, not intangible, but unreachable forces, the powerful forces that run the world, pitting us against each other to distract us from the fact that they're the problem. Yeah,
exactly. It's just not, it doesn't bang you on the head with that idea.
No, it's real, it gets lost in the weeds, I think.
The whole thing kind of meanders.
And then just, the ending is, anyway.
There's some parts. So yeah, I guess going through the plot, he's Roman. Mm-hmm. He's so excited that his family definitely isn't die, is coming for the holidays.
They're super not going to die. So much. It makes a little more sense later, I guess, when you learn like his wife, I guess, is Russian and his daughter's living in Kiev. So they're flying home from Russia because his daughter just found out she's pregnant. And he has all these welcome home signs up, but it's Christmas. I'm like, well, why wouldn't it be Merry Christmas?
Right.
It was just the first weird writing thing that rubbed me. Sorry. It's like,
there's a lot
I'm ready
of that.
to go. I'm ready. I got the welcome home signs all up. I'm like, welcome home. It's clearly welcome home. Yeah. Is that what you hang up when your child comes home to visit? Welcome home. But it's
weird.
Yeah, she lives in Kiev,
so
it makes a little more sense. Yeah. Like she doesn't live there. Like she lives internationally. Sorry.
Yeah. No, he shows up at the airport. They take him to your family is dead room. I like how, I mean, I get why, but it's funny how he's walking in like, okay. So you're telling me how great my family is. You're bringing me in this room.
It's a slow, I actually really liked the scene. I liked the way that they treated the reveal that is coming. They treat it like a suspense scene. I actually thought it was pretty well done.
I like the pounding on the wall.
Yeah, where you
it's like
just
the
hear
person next to him.
The muffled breakdown. Yeah, it's and he's sort of like he's kind of sitting there like smiling like so. Kind of he's like
walk in.
He's like
right?
he's put you're seeing him put the pieces together.
Before they even come in the room, he's hearing like people wailing in the other room.
Yeah, and it's handled like almost like a scene from Psycho. It's very well done. But like it's interesting to do a suspense scene where like the payoff is an explosion of grief rather than like, fucking a knife man popping out of the closet.
Right. And what they're trying to set up, I think, again, I wish there was a little more like I just wish they kind of honed in on it more, is like the woman who comes in the room, like she didn't do it. She doesn't even fucking work for, like, it's him interacting with a series of people who have no real association, who are just there to handle him, essentially.
Yeah. Yes.
And so like that part's cool. Yeah. And then you see these cracks on the wall as the guy is like in the next room is punching the wall.
Yeah.
He's a construction worker, by the way, which is worth noting. So, he's got some time to himself now. He's got the holidays off.
He's got some time to himself.
We learn, we cut to I forgot what order it goes in, but we have him and then we have the air traffic controller.
Pretty much as soon as he learns his family is dead, I think it. Oh yeah. As soon as he learns his family is dead, it cuts to Jacob, the air traffic controller, which is Scoot.
Yeah, just Scoot and his wife. First thing.
Yeah, Maggie Grace from
Yeah.
Lost.
Yeah, scooting the shit out of his wife. He has a son. They're all happy. He goes to work. It's like any other day. And then this slow escalation of like what we described is like, and they never show the plane crash, which was cool.
It was really
they just show the blips on the screen, just boop.
Another scene that's very well done is the accident itself. It's just him alone in the air traffic control tower, and it's almost like Final Destination because all these things are piling up to distract him and pull him in 8 different directions, and you're seeing you don't see it. You know what it's coming, but you don't see it right away until it's like almost happening. There's a couple of I almost really liked this movie.
Yeah, this isn't a terrible film or anything.
No, it just kind of runs out of gas, but like there's really good stuff in this movie, and I think this scene is really good.
Yeah.
It does a really good job of showing. It reminded me a little bit of Chernobyl, although not as severe. But it does a really good job of showing how mundane little things go wrong and hundreds of people die.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it just sort of happens, and he's just kind of like he's just kind of like holding the phone against one ear, like there's some goofballs messing with the phone. His buddy's coming back from the bathroom, and he's just staring at a screen where 2 planes disappeared. He's just like, what? Like you sent an email and it got deleted or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Only it's fucking 300 people just died.
Right, and then they like bring him into a room with his boss.
Yeah, with his boss, fucking Hap from Insomnia.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, and when they sit you down to talk to Hap, it's never good. It's never good news.
No.
He was in the last one too. He was in Arnold's fucking Den of Thieves movie that we can't remember the title of.
Arnold just likes him, I guess.
Yeah. No, when that guy sits you down, you're in trouble.
We get a lot of like morning crying
Life
and
is
drinking.
over. Yeah,
This is the first thing that pinged me.
A lot of getting drunk on your family's grave.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that pinged me before that is when he goes to the crash site and there's people. Does that happen? People are showing up and they're like, "I'm here to volunteer to look through the crash site," and they're like, "Okay, are you a family member of the victims?" And they're just like, "Nah," and they're like, "Let me see a ID." Thanks. And it's like, I don't think that you could just volunteer to look at corpses at a crash site. I don't think you can do that.
I don't know. I don't know. There's all sorts of legal entanglements. Like normally these things are very carefully because they have to investigate what happened, right? Like there's a lot of it fucking sucks. But this is kind of the
construction worker.
Right. It's kind of the point of the movie, and it fucking sucks to put it like this, but there is a lot of money and liability at stake in a plane crash, especially when 2 fucking planes collide and hundreds of people die. So they're not going to let, I would think like the FCC, or not the FCC, the FAA, or
if this
whomever
happened,
investigates crashes would have it locked down tighter than this, but I don't know. Mulder walked in and out of these with these, but he's an FBI agent.
If this is a thing that happened,
Mm-hmm.
they need if they do accept volunteers. Again, he's a construction worker.
Did say based on inspired by a true story.
I know. I'm just saying that if this is a thing that actually can happen, the movie needs to actually take a moment to explain that, because they just sort of have him show up and they show the scene, and I was like, I'm sorry, that is so weird and then he finds the bodies.
He finds his
family
in a tree intact.
Yes, it should be like a squishy torso.
Let me tell you something about, it's not just a plane crashing at whatever terminal velocity is. Like, it's whatever part of the fuselage building up momentum as it's spinning into the ground. Like, dude. Anyway.
Yes, they keep showing the bodies intact, and I'm like, yeah, it would be like he'd find his wife's jawbone. It would be like, oh, this is my wife's jawbone. Maybe.
Yeah,
like Pink mist, folks.
But anyway.
No, just this was the first scene that pinged me, because I was like, why are they letting him do this?
Yeah, it felt like the writer kind of trying to, and again, we may be talking out of our asses. This may be totally how they handle aircraft recovery. I doubt it, but
I doubt it.
It seems the first kind of big instance of the writer sort of kind of bending the way the world actually works to make their point. It's like, well, I don't think people are this, like, because they check his ID and it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, he shows them his ID.
Surely they'd have, this is like, all right,
his name should be on the fucking passenger list.
Yeah. I have friends who are like EMTs, and when 9/11 happened, people could go to Ground Zero if you're an EMT, if you're a medical professional.
Oh, that's
and
great.
you could help out.
Yeah.
But he's a construction worker. Notably, in this movie, they show that.
Right, and the scale of 9/11 was a lot different.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't think you do this. And again, if that is something they need to show on the news, a news anchor saying like, due to budget cuts, they're asking for any volunteers. They like have a little more than just him showing up. Like, I'd like to get into this crash site. And they're like, yeah, go on in.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think they just let people in to help out. It's weird.
Just steal shit, like,
right, and yeah, exactly.
Steal body parts and fucking evidence, and
right, and they show why everybody surrounds him while he's crying over the body, and one guy should be like, "See, this is why we don't do this.
This is exactly
like,
this is why.
This is exactly why.
This is why."
Yeah. But yeah, that was the first scene where I was like, "What is?" Because that plus the intact bodies, it was just like, when I learned it was the writer of Enemy, I was like, "Oh, is this like a dream?
Right,
is it happening in his head?"
And there's some but no, it never goes into that territory.
Yeah.
He has a break with reality at the end, but
yeah, that was cool. We're seeing Jake, who's surrounded by maniacs, I thought.
Oh yeah.
The reporters, his wife, who's like, I don't like
everybody
relationship. Everybody,
him.
You've been real sourpuss since this accident.
It's like
his boss.
His boss Hap, yeah. Like, yeah, the airline scapegoats him, basically. They offer him a huge severance package, but he's the one that has to go to trial and everything for it, and he has to go into witness protection and leave his entire life. His wife moves out with his son, like, while he's trying to cope with this thing.
Yeah.
It's like they basically everybody
like, You've been a real bummer.
Right,
like,
yeah, everybody just leaves this dude entirely alone.
Yeah. Later, he's talking to his therapist, and he's like, if you don't give me those pills, I'm going to rob a pharmacy. And the therapist is like, yeah, I'll give you the pills. And it's like, no, I think that's the moment you do some stuff.
I think he just waved a big red flag that you need to act on as his therapist.
Yeah.
Like,
again, it's supposed to be about an indifferent world, I think, but it's like cartoonish where like he has like murderer spray painted on his house and shit like that. And I'm like, I listen, we just had a midair collision happen in America. I
don't know the name of the air traffic controller. Yeah.
Yep. Even though it seems like it does have to do with that understaffing and issues.
Yes.
We don't know his name. They won't, like, why would they ever give out the name for this reason? Where it's like, it just feels like, I don't think this is how it happens. I don't think the world is like, boo, like he's a ref at a football game. Like everybody's mad at the air traffic controller and vandalizing his house. And everybody's like, fuck you, you suck, man. It's just like, what a weird world this guy has around him.
Yeah.
That, he has to change his name. His boss is like, you better change your name and leave town.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
And when the company lawyers meet Arnold finally to offer him their settlement, they're such fucking over-the-top, insane ghouls.
Let's get the slimiest guy we can get.
They're just
they lowball
maniacs.
his family death.
They do.
Yeah.
I'd be like, let's add some more zeros to that number and maybe I'll think about dropping the suit.
Did they? So it's like less money for his daughter than his wife?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird, because I'd be like, why? She's a person.
I don't know.
Like, not to be grim.
How do you,
the
what do you
reveals
base
the daughter
these
is
numbers
pregnant.
on anyway?
The reveals the daughter is pregnant. If they're like, if they load balled him on the baby, I'd be like, all right, I get that. Like on the fetus.
Jeez.
Yeah, not to get grim, but if they're like, listen, we'll kick in like $5,000 on the fetus, and then
we'll sweeten the
this.
pot.
But I'm like, why'd you offer less for the daughter than the wife? I assume
and they're such pricks about it.
Yeah.
Like they're like, this is the best deal you're gonna get. I'm like, no, it's not. Like in this case of like negligence.
Yeah,
like,
you can sue. You can sue.
He's gonna sue, and people are gonna give him money for it.
I was waiting because they do a year cut. I was waiting that in that year he's still mourning and stuff, but he's driving like a big Hummer and he's living in a bigger house, and they don't even mention it.
He has like frosted
because they never
tips
really.
And a big watch.
He's got a new wife, this young lady.
He has a new wife.
But that's the thing is like, he's
just married to Cameron Diaz now. as Cameron Diaz. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the thing is like, it's sort of like the broad strokes of this movie. I'm like, okay, it was stuff like this that like I couldn't help but to go like, why is this a cartoonishly cruel world?
Yeah. It's like the world in Beavis and Butthead. It's like this world is so aggressive toward these two men.
Yeah.
Like so aggressively indifferent.
Right. And again, that's the point, but I feel like you could have done it in a more like in a
little
way that
less
felt
cartoonish way. Yeah, because it gets the part that sort of tipped me was the lawyer scene. Like as we're talking about it, I recognize it was sort of showing its hand earlier, but that's where it really went over the top to the point.
Eric Trump looking motherfucker.
Yes,
smirking at him, and it's like you
won't
would
look
never
at the picture.
Send
I'm
this
like
lawyer, and
no,
absolutely you wouldn't.
Are you kidding? To treat this man who just lost his wife and his pregnant daughter in a plane crash that y'all caused?
Yeah, you're not doing this. You're not having this conversation. And again, such a lowball.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how much victims' families get, but I'm pretty sure it's more than that.
I'm pretty sure it's whatever they ask for.
Yeah.
Just about. Like like what do you killed my family in a plane crash, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I'm going to Disney World every day.
Like
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm
yeah.
But like you'd never send this guy in, and to the point like if you are being such a ghoul to him that like the scene ends with Arnold standing up and walking around the table and showing him the picture, and he still won't look at it. Like he's looking up at him. It's so infuriating. But like if you antagonize like if you were in that room and it was going so badly to the point where Arnold as soon as he stands up, you're like, okay, we need to
yeah. All right, we'll get him out. We'll get this guy out of the room. It was a bad idea to bring the
I just don't know why we brought him in here. It's like bringing in a parakeet that's like loose from its cage and shitting everywhere. I don't know why we brought this bird in. It was stupid. It was a dumb idea.
It's a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see it's upset you.
It's very weird. And
starts crossing the room towards him. It's like, maybe I think this is going badly. That is still Arnold.
Yeah. He looks pretty pissed. He killed his family. So.
He's pretty mad about it.
Have you ever watched an Arnold movie where someone kills his family? It doesn't work out for that person usually.
Even when they just threaten to.
Yeah.
It terribly works out for them.
Yeah.
They'll
Both
stick
men
that
try to
landing.
kill themselves. Arnold
They sure do.
Well, one of them, he tells his therapist, give me those pills or I'll rob a pharmacy.
Yeah.
The therapist gives him it, and then he takes so much, and then he makes himself puke because he remembers he loves his son. Arnold just sort of like stands at a construction site and he just like thinks about it.
And he's gonna fall off.
Then
Scoots
we
is
get
dark, man. He's ODing in his son's room,
Oh yeah.
and he looks under his bed and sees one of his son's markers. So he
Yeah.
he uses the marker to help trigger the vomiting. It's dark.
It's dark. This movie's
It's
dark.
Dark.
Again, it's dark in a way that doesn't feel earned ultimately because everything's so mean.
Right. It's just like and it feels purposelessly cruel.
Yes. And again, I think that's supposed to be the point, but I'm like, make this like take place in the future, remove it from reality in a way that I'm not constantly being like, that's not how people act. That's not how that works. Because it's like, I'm okay. Life can be cruel.
Yes.
You can show life being
it often
cruel
is.
without it being this over the top.
The fact of a plane crash is a great
Yeah.
example of life being cruel. This happens to people.
Right, and you could do a scene with lawyers where they're really nice and sympathetic, and you realize that it's like the money doesn't help, nothing really helps. They cut to the ball memorial, different size balls to represent the social importance of each victim, I assume, in the field. The way their lives were worth different amounts. Like the smaller ball this person was kind of a loser, so they get a smaller ball. This person gets a bigger ball because they were cool. I guess it's supposed to represent the necklace he found.
Yeah. And I sort of
And
got the idea of it too. Like it's just these balls scattered at points throughout this forest. It's like really kind of peaceful.
I like
meditative.
memorials like this person.
Yeah, like I understood it. Like you could go on about like, oh, it's modern art. There's a bunch of balls and stuff, but I sort of got it. Like I'm like, oh, that is kind of. I sort of appreciate this idea of a memorial. I don't know if it's based on reality at all, but
I like memorials like this. My favorite memorial ever was the FDR memorial, because it's like a series of little rooms with like waterfalls and like gardens and stuff, where it feels like an art piece that you can kind of wander through, as opposed to like a big statue of a guy where I'm like, it's boring, frankly. Like I'm bored at that.
Yeah, like the Lincoln Memorial, although that is singular.
That's pretty
but
cool.
Like,
But
yeah.
After that, it's like, do something new. Do something I can get high and walk around in.
Yeah,
And
do
it's,
something that looks like
kinda
a
cool.
big dick, like the Washington Monument.
Yeah. Just do something that's, where you can reflect in a place. But in the ball memorial, it just kept making me think of Target, where I was like, oh yeah, you just paint them red.
Yeah, it's this little, what do they call them? Bollards?
Yeah.
That are supposed to stop traffic, or cars, rather.
It's a good idea. Also, just weird in a practical sense, a low budget film having to depict a memorial. Good way of doing it. Where those are probably made out of styrofoam, and it's like, we just have to make a bunch of balls. We don't have to like try to make a fake statue. It's decent memorial. And so like Arnold is doing better. What's his name? Scoot is scooting to a new job. He's changed his name. He's trying to see his family again. He's like slowly getting his life back together. And you get the sense that so is Arnold. And then we didn't mention the worst reporter ever, who's writing a book about the plane accident. And all right, this is another situation where I'm like, do people write books about plane accidents again, there was a midair collision this year. I don't think anybody's written a book about it. Maybe they are. It just doesn't seem, it's weird it feels callous to say this. It just doesn't seem like there's enough for a book.
I don't know. I think
it's that plane accidents, they're rare, but they're not so rare that they
midair
warrant a
collisions
book.
are pretty rare, I feel like.
That's true.
They used to be.
That's true. They still are. Hopefully. But this is very cynical. I was just like, I don't think plane accidents warrant books, but whatever. It's fine.
I don't know, man. Any big high profile media story is going to get somebody trying to write a book about it.
That's true. So like he goes to the reporter and he's like, I want to know the guy's name.
Yep, and his address.
Yeah, and this whole time you've seen them both apart, and you're sort of waiting for them to collide. And Arnold does some light stalking. She gives him his information, the reporter. She's like, I don't know if I should do this. And he's like, no, it's fine. I just want to look him in the eye and yell at him. And she's like, all right, I won't feel guilty about doing this.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. Arnold stabs him in the neck.
He sure does. He stabs him right in the neck in front of his family.
Yeah.
And then has a break and decides that Maggie Grace and Scoot's son are his dead wife
family.
And daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, they do this nice is the wrong word. Or they give him a gun, and I was like, is the gun going to come into play? And it super doesn't.
Mm-mm.
And like at first, like he's not being unreasonable. He's like, you need to get the fuck out of my house. What are you doing? Or it's his apartment. But like, I don't want to victim blame, but I'd maybe give this guy a minute. I'd maybe go like, okay, let's talk in the hall. Like, I'm so sorry about what happened. Like, I feel like I would feel like I owe this guy a minute, but he like shoves the picture out of Arnold's hand. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. So Arnold stabs him in the neck.
Yeah.
Again, I hate to victim blame, but I was like, you could be a little nicer.
A tad
I'm not saying
bit.
you deserve to get stabbed in the neck.
A tad bit. I would react pretty intensely. I've
It's
already
hard.
had to uproot and implode my entire life. My family is here, and this fucking maniac comes to my house and is like, apologize for murdering my family.
Yeah, but he is also Arnold.
True.
So I just feel like in this moment, I like to hope that I'd be like, let's step out into the hall.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? I am sorry. I'm really sorry.
Dial 911 while I'm apologizing.
Yeah, exactly. Let me step inside and get my gun real quick and come out. But yeah, he dies, and Arnold's he's saying like, it's okay, don't worry. This crying
Yeah.
family.
Sits down and like poses in the photograph that he was trying to make
Yeah.
everybody look at.
Yeah, he cracks, and so he goes to jail, super jail, but not for very long. Or well, actually, apparently pretty
About 10
long.
years.
Yeah, which surprises me because I'm like, I feel like there's enough here that he wouldn't go to jail for that long, but whatever. Because he's clearly like lost his mind.
Yeah.
It's fine. He goes to jail for 10-ish years, and then he gets parole. And then he goes to visit the grave of his wife and daughter, and he's clearly being followed by someone, and it's the son. And he takes him aside, and he goes to blow his brains out to shoot Arnold, the son. And then he's like, and Arnold apologizes. He does the thing that no one did to him. He apologizes to this guy, clearly feels bad, and the guy is like, I'm not going to kill you. I was taught better than that. Get the fuck out of here. And Arnold leaves, and then the movie just ends.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, huh. That was weird. And I went on with my day.
Yeah. It's an odd movie. I don't get it.
Like I said, I think I get the broad strokes, but it's just weird. It just like was done in a weird way. I don't know.
Yeah, and I did a speed reading of the real incident here, and it's pretty similar to the film.
Wow.
Except Arnold's character murders this guy in front of his wife and 3 children.
Oh.
Was
it an air traffic controller?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Imagine.
And to this day, denies any wrongdoing and blames the guy for his own death.
Wow.
Like he is an
Is he in jail?
unrepentant murderer. No, he was released for all the same reasons and depicted in the movie. So it's like this guy's an unrepentant murderer who's like, yeah, fuck this guy and his family. He should have thought about that before he killed my family.
Amazing.
And they made this movie like this movie is cracked, man. I don't understand this movie at all.
I was thinking, like, this gets us into the casting, but, like, imagine having this life, being on either side of this, being like, and then someone coming up and going, like, so they're making a movie based on your story. And they're like, really? Who's going to be it? And they're like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you're like, what?
Okay.
who is he playing? He's playing you. And it's like, oh, cool. I guess Schwarzenegger's playing me in this movie about me stabbing a guy in the neck. What an odd thing to happen. It's a very weird... So you look at Enemy, and you say, like, if Enemy had a different director, we might be saying the same thing about Enemy.
Yes.
We might be looking at it and going like, what a weird fucking
what was
movie.
that? I mean, we still look at Enemy and say, what a weird fucking movie. I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah, yes. But Enemy is like, it's done in a way. I feel like this director isn't bad, but I feel like this had to be weirder.
Yeah. It kind of just ends without really making any strong point or statement.
Yeah.
Outside of this observation that's, it's a valid observation, but they've sort of kind of undermined it by making the world so cartoonishly just indifferent.
Yeah.
And
it's
especially like looking at the real story where it seems like, well, it's not necessary. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of presumably he probably dealt with some bureaucratic indifference too, but also it seems like this guy is just kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And he decided to murder somebody.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't handle his grief.
Here's what I'd do to tweak it.
Mm-hmm.
Last shot, he goes away, fade to black.
Yeah.
And then I just put something on screen that's like, every year, over 1 million people die of diabetes.
Yeah.
And just really throw people off. Where like
wait,
then
what?
you're like, wait.
Was that about
this
drug
about
prices or something?
Yeah. What is this about? Just fuck it. Just really throw people. I don't know.
Just rip the DVD out and throw it across the room.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. I know why this movie isn't like big.
Yeah,
it's
I know
like,
why it has
just
a
kinda
50% on both
sad.
audiences and critics.
Should we talk about Technically Not Arnold?
Yeah, let's do it.
I think this is brilliant casting. I actually do, because how many movies has people killed Arnold's family and paid the price? And the fact of having Arnold, this like burly construction worker, where the whole time you're like getting this feeling of like, is he going to do something violent? He always felt like a threat. And that feeling of like, wait, is he not the hero of this story? Is he like having Arnold in these, and then you have this little fucking, little guy named Scoot. His name is Scoot, folks.
Scoot.
This little skinny guy where I'm like, I'm just waiting for these two to see each other, and it's not going to go well for old Scoot because Arnold is this big burly Arnold.
You're right. Casting Arnold and the way that the movie plays out does make the ending confrontation work, because you're not quite sure how it's gonna go down, because we know Scoot's got the gun right there, and we've just been spending so much time with sad Arnold. We genuinely don't really know what he's gonna do or how far he's gonna take it. He might, like, I was perfectly envisioning at one point, I was certain the movie was gonna end with Scoot shooting Arnold in front of his family.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's what they're setting up.
Yeah. So I think that would maybe be harder to pull off with a different actor, because you're right, it starts off with him in this role so that we're, this guy's gonna pay for killing his family with a plane, and then it's so much of just sad old dad Arnold and him really struggling with this loss and all this indifference. It's like it's just really wallowing in his tragedy to the point that it tricks you into thinking, I guess he isn't going to do it. Maybe this is going to be one of those this is just a sad Arnold movie where it's all of his might isn't going to help him, and then he pulls like a fucking little knife out of nowhere and stabs him in the neck. It's like,
they try to soften
like the
him.
knife was a surprise. Sorry.
The knife was a surprise because they don't do like a
nope. Never see it.
Knife.
Nope.
Yeah. Why would you? Yeah, you don't need to explain it. No, they soften him a little because they dress him like he's in a ski lodge in every given scene.
Oh, he dresses like my stepdad did in this movie. He's just like, he's fucking dad, full on. Dad.
Yeah, but I always felt like this movie had to lead to something. So I was like, inevitably, because it's that feeling of like, if you ran over a puppy, you'd be like, oh my God, the puppy. And then imagine Arnold coming out of the house and going, my puppy. You'd be like, oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Fuck. It's that where I'm like, they cast him for a reason. I thought it was like, we want him to be a little frightening, you know, where it's.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see his ass.
We sure
Just
do.
throwing that out
we
there.
can see all kinds of Arnold meat.
Yeah.
Let them see my ass so they know I still got it.
Yeah.
He's still pretty. He's enormous, man. He's a big old slab.
I know. He still got. It's just very funny for Arnold to be like, I want to show my ass in this one. It's like, really, this one? All right. Sure.
Yeah. Something for the ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he's fucking weeping over his play, like
how do you
passing
think he
out
did?
in the cemetery on the grave of his dead family.
I know. The guy is like, listen, man, you can't keep doing this.
What
How
if
do
I
you
show
think
my
he did?
butt?
This is such a demanding role.
It is, and it's really similar to his character in Maggie, in that it's very understated.
Yes. They know they can't have a scene where he's like blubbering, crying. I don't think he has that. They go with they do like
that's right. Man, have we ever seen that from Arnold?
I don't think so. Oh, he was Daddy's little girl, and now he's just giving her away.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I knew the answer was Junior.
Yeah. No, but in this, it's like they have him pass out. That's his initial, like, he's like shock and like he passes out. Then him in the hospital I thought was good. He's very like tired. They do this idea that I think works really well, which is that like, it's not really like sobbing. It's more of like general shock and exhaustion is what they do for him. And I think it works. And then they do enough time skips that it kind of turns into like anger more than it is like showing him grieve and sorrow. There's a lot of like evidence of drinking and crying, but they don't show it.
Not really.
Yeah, they haven't watched some home movies, I think.
It's the law. Yeah, he watches one
Yeah.
home movie.
They go with more like widower energy, where he's like numb and sort of like
Yeah,
it's like his boss is showing up with the meatballs.
with some mushroom meatballs.
Yeah. And like the only part, there were some parts where I was like his monologue about visiting the cemetery because they can't leave was like cool idea, but I felt like I was like, I feel like there's something off about it. And I think it might have been the dialogue, but I'm not certain. Whereas like the dialogue felt weird for him. Once he's like looking for an apology,
We haven't really heard him express his grief at all in words up to that point, I guess.
Yeah.
And we haven't really seen the evidence of this push-pull that he's describing, where he feels the pull to spend all this time at the cemetery because that's where his family is, but also he knows he has to be back at home, like cleaning up and getting back to work and stuff. We hadn't seen any evidence of that. It's just been a lot of him kind of, standing around and being sad.
Yeah, I feel like and
sleeping
I don't know
on
if this
graves.
is- right. I don't know if this is on him or the writing or the directing, but it felt like a little aimless at times for him. Where it's like, he's building a fence and it's a year later, and those parts where it's like any given scene, it felt like, all right, this isn't bad. But like the progression of scenes felt a little off or something.
Oh yeah, no, this movie's barely 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I started to notice it toward the end more so, but now that we're talking about it, I'm recognizing that it happens earlier as well. But like he goes to Scoot's apartment twice. Did you notice that? Like he goes there and knocks, and Maggie Grace answers. He just kind of leaves and comes right back.
Yeah, he has a growl dream or whatever. He gets like a weird dream to like amp himself up to go back.
Something, yeah. He sees a plane in the sky.
Yeah, again, any given moment after when he stabs that scene, I thought Arnold was great because he's like kind of pathetic and he's like weird and he's like, yeah, he's like scary in that he's confused and like that weird panic after, and he's like, it's okay to the family, and calls them, where it's like, it was a good way to snap. Because again, it's like, it's Arnold, and like in that moment, he's almost acting like he did something heroic, like he would in a regular Arnold film.
Yeah.
And so it like works really well to show like how like sad and scary he is in that moment.
Just how isolated he'd become.
Yeah. He's sort of like, for a lot of it, he's kind of a blank slate for that reason, I think, is maybe the point.
Yeah.
Where it's like people are going up to him and they're like, hey, how you doing? And they'll kind of have conversations, and then they'll kind of walk away, and no one wants to mention it to him.
He's kind of saying the right things, I guess.
Yes. There's a lot of that when he's talking to the other guy about like, I guess you have to just move on. Like, I think there's an element like that. It's almost like he's almost doing like an election where like the internal monologue is completely different than the actions. Yeah. Where there's a little bit of that where like he seems to know how to pretend to be getting over it and to be healing. And then of course his actions betray. And I think that's what they're trying to show is when he goes to the reporter. I think they're trying to show this idea that the reporter believes that he is doing good.
Or at least doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Or thinks it'll be interesting. Or, yeah. Thinks
I don't know.
Scoot deserves some revenge. It's unclear. It's the only thing that's clear is that she's predatory.
Yes. For sure. Yeah, I think his performance overall, scene by scene, was good. It was just, I think it was trying to show a progression or a very specific kind of thing that didn't come across.
No, it was not. I get what they were going for. Like you said, we didn't really see a gradient. He just kind of went from, I'm old and excited, welcome home,
which
to
was
just
great.
sad. Like he just kind of stayed that same level for the entire movie.
Yeah, I thought the year jump, he seemed different. They'd go with a little more of a softer, like, life that goes on.
A little. It's more in what we see around him. I feel like that's where they, in my opinion, they sort of fumbled what they were going for. Like, I do think that those scenes, like him at the memorial talking to the other guy who lost his wife, and then him doing the fence with a new person, he's like doing for hire construction work, so we can sort of infer that he moved on from that job, and it seems like he's moving on with his life and still working and stuff. But that scene it's very, his interaction with that guy is uncomfortable and stilted. Like, the guy mentions his own wife, and Arnold completely chills him out for it. So I think it's just, they were trying to show that he was putting on. It just wasn't very clear in that middle part. And I'm not sure if that was performance or if it was what that was.
Might be a little everything. I wonder if, like, Arnold, you know how like Sean Connery didn't understand Lord of the Rings and didn't and was like, I wonder if that's kind of where Arnold's at with drama, because it's like, he might read this script and go like, well, I don't really understand this, but it's the guy who wrote this other thing, and like, I should give it a shot. And it's like, maybe like it became a situation where, I don't know what happened on set of this, but it does feel like a movie where, again, it's been very aimless, and it feels like they didn't really pin down what they wanted to say, and like his performance kind of reflects that a little, where it's like, I don't know if there was like a clear intent of like, what were we doing here? Or if there was, it didn't come across.
Didn't come across, no.
Again, he doesn't do bad. It's just the movie. The movie is an issue.
It just runs out of gas.
Yeah. Should we talk about Definitely Not Arnold, our side characters?
I think so. Scoot.
Yeah, Scoot.
Scoot and his wife, and then scooting two planes together.
Fucked his stuffed bear.
Did, man.
Yeah.
Really, really hints that he fucked that stuffed bear.
we sort of watched everything. It's just wild watching this man slowly psychologically dissolve. When he goes to buy the gun, and he's like so clearly a man who's going to shoot himself. Again, it's the indifference.
Right, he offers him the lowest price gun that comes with a free switchblade.
Yeah.
And he takes it home that day.
Yeah. The guy's like, "Oh, I think you need like a quick and easy gun, huh?"
Yeah, need our budget model is this, and it comes with a knife. And we see him bring it out to the car and get in, and it has a big sporting goods store sticker on the front. So it's like, in different world.
Right, like the guy's probably like, "Listen, don't use it in the parking lot if you can. Like, go somewhere else to use it."
Yeah.
But then he goes and watches weirdo cartoons with the gun on his lap, and is like,
Sure
"What the fuck is happening to this man?"
Yeah, this is a man they're gonna find fucking blown his own head off in front of the Muppet Show.
Yeah. Did he choose his name? Because
Scoot?
is his name a Dilbert reference? He changed his name to Pat Dilbert. And I was like, are you doing like a Dilbert thing? What is that?
Oh, I don't know. They also made him a travel agent, which in 2017 is just doom. Like that job doesn't exist anymore.
No. Also, I wouldn't do anything near planes.
Mm-mm.
Like, I know you're not technically working with planes, but I wouldn't get anybody on.
I would get out of transportation in a hospital. Exactly. You don't want to book somebody on a flight that goes down in the Atlantic, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
What a way to find out you're cursed.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's him. There's Maggie Grace as Christina, who is a maniac.
Yeah, she just abandons him.
So when he gives his kid like a food that is, I guess, raw.
He doesn't cook the eggs. He cracks 2 eggs into a skillet, adds some thyme and spice and stuff, and just dumps it on a plate and puts it in front of him.
Yeah. But when she takes the kid away, she goes, "We're going back to bed." And I was like, that's a weird thing to do. Like, all right, your dad made your breakfast wrong, so get back in bed.
Yeah.
That's weird.
With me.
Like, yeah.
It's like he's like over 10. He's too old to be sleeping with his mom.
Yes. There's a lot of weirdness.
Yeah.
And then she just dumps him. She's like, "You're a bummer now."
Yeah, you're too sad.
And he immediately goes to buy a gun.
They don't go into witness protection with him. They do not move with him.
No.
This man looked away from his desk because his office is criminally understaffed almost.
Yeah.
And 300 people died. And in response, she's like, "You are a bummer. See you later." You've
been a real problem lately.
It's been 3 days.
Yeah. I flagged the journalist. She's a maniac.
Oh, yeah.
She should feel super bad about what happened.
She's a news ghoul. Yeah, we got the lawyers, the lawyer ghouls.
Lawyer ghoul.
Like an Eric Trump.
It's weird because in that moment, they could, like when he's getting mad, they could say like, "Hey, listen, I work for the airline. I'm just a lawyer. Like, this is just like, I'm just relaying this message." But instead, he gives this weird scummy like smirk at him. And he's like, "Someone as poor as you should take this deal." And it's like, what are you guys doing?
What are you doing? Like, you're going to get stabbed.
Yeah.
It's like that's like going to a funeral and pissing on the grave, man.
Yeah,
those are fighting words.
Yeah. You should get stabbed in the neck, sir.
Yeah, seriously. If anyone. I think that was the movie's point, right?
Yeah.
What about these guys? Not Scoot, right?
Not Scoot.
Poor Scoot. Poor Scoot. He doesn't have any luck, man. His kids got snatched in True Detective.
His name is Scoot. Scoot McNairy?
That's probably why, yep.
Oh, Scoot. Is that a stage name, or did someone say, "Look at a baby" and go, "Scoot"?
Scoot. That feels like a baby nickname. That feels like something you'd call a baby.
It does. Like, "Oh, scooting around. Let's just call him Scoot."
Call him Scoot,
Like, don't do that. The therapist was the last person I wrote down.
His boss. His jolly boss. Arnold's jolly boss.
Yeah.
I recognized him. I can't immediately remember what from. Brings him meatballs.
He was suspicious at the beginning where he was like, "Go home early, spend some time," where I was like, "What are you up to?"
You're being really pushy.
Yeah.
And then we learn that, oh, your family's coming home and your daughter's pregnant. Oh, she's coming home from Kiev. Oh, okay, this is a
that
big
makes
deal.
sense.
But it takes a while to get there, so it does. Like, I was immediately suspicious of him as well.
Yeah.
He's he's from the X-Files, isn't he?
He does look
He's
like
a bad guy from the X-Files.
Is he really?
I think so. I immediately distrusted him when I saw his face. I remembered distrusting him.
I gotta
but anyway.
find out.
I think that's all the characters I had flagged.
Yeah, same.
Well, I mean,
Same.
the all the various airline ghouls like Hap and his lawyer friend.
Yeah, a lot. I guess there's also
They're all
just
just
the
sort
people,
of one character.
Yeah, the people running the fucking body search thing, where they're like, yeah, if anybody wants to jump in here, looks for some bodies. That just feels like maniac behavior to me.
Yeah, that's
like, hey.
all the same character. There's like one maniac that has every job in this world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a world of weird maniacs.
Yep.
I don't know.
Just complete ghouls. The only person who shows him any compassion is that like grief counselor, that lady that talks to him initially. And then after that, everyone's just a straight up ghoul.
I guess it bothers me because they could have done in a different world of people all kind of giving you these, you can have these moments where it's like someone acts really nice and sweet, but they're just doing their job,
Yeah,
like you can have
it's not personal.
Yeah.
There's something here. Like I said, I almost really liked this movie. There's good performances. There's there's something here.
Yeah. It's just
Runs out of gas.
yes. All right. Well, we could talk about the most Arnold.
This was tough.
I guess stabbing him in the neck.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I wrote the opening where he's just joking with his boss and like on the radio, and he's like being like, that feels like that could be the beginning of any Arnold action movie.
Oh yeah.
That
like the
whole,
sixth
like,
day.
I'm happy about my family.
I'm definitely not going to get clowned.
Yeah.
They will be here soon.
Yeah.
Arnold,
That's
they
as
landed
good as I
already.
could get.
They landed already?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
I don't know. Is there?
I picked
know.
a weird one because this was a tough one. This was a tough
Yeah.
one. But the one I flagged is we do a lot of drinking. But if you notice, the first day, like the first like day/night he's home after his family has died, he's power drinking some mineral water. Like he's power drinking bottled water, which feels like a real Arnold move to me.
That does.
Like, no, my family. He's like fucking eating fish and running on a treadmill as hard as he can.
Yeah, he's really unhealthy about
Like,
this.
We've talked about it before because every time they try to show us, Arnold's, I'm down and out. I drink beer for breakfast. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You do not.
You objectively don't.
You do not.
We can all see.
So yeah, Arnold's slumming it. It's him power drinking bottled water.
Yeah. I guess that maybe maybe him showing his ass. That just felt very like, why are we doing this, Arnold? Do you just want to show us that you still got it?
Bit of
that you're
cheek.
still keeping it
I think
tight?
that's one we could maybe land on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I guess
It feels
we
like
go
an
to our-
Arnold prank. You know what I mean?
It does.
Slide my
Farting.
cheeks in there.
Should we go to our rating system? This is between
The only thing that would have made it, the only thing that would have made it better is if they moved it more toward the end of the movie.
oh yeah,
Where he just sees-
crying.
This is butt.
And here's
Or
my
they
butt.
kept checking. They just kept doing it.
See, things are going to be okay.
They're going to be okay again. You can laugh again. Look at my butt.
Look at my butt. This is our rating system: 1 to 7 neck stabbies.
Yeah, 7 dead scoots.
7 dead
Neck scoots.
Oh, Scoot! They should have. By the way, his character's not named Scoot. It should have been. All the punishment that happens, it would have made way more sense if his name was
His
Scoot.
name was Scoot. Yeah, poor Scoot.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this 4 out of 7.
Yeah. I'm going to get this 4 out of 7 gun show workaround next, Tabbies.
Yeah. Because it's again, I didn't hate this movie. I didn't feel like it was a bad movie. It just felt like...
No, it held my attention until the very end. It just, boy, it kind of flies apart and never really... Yeah, it meanders and runs out of gas.
Never really builds anything.
No, exactly, yeah. It's a lot of building, and then it just kind of ends.
Yep. Well, shit. That's going to bring us to our next movie that came out the same year. Any guesses?
Let's see, it's 2017, right?
Yeah.
It's not quite Terminator yet.
Yeah, he's got one before that.
Gosh.
It's a weird one. I've never seen it.
Boy, I don't know.
Killing Gunther.
Oh, I have seen Killing Gunther. Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Yep.
I haven't seen it in many years, so.
Okay, we got that, and then we got Terminator Dark Fate.
Dark Fate.
I'm sorry, this is a tangent. I'm seeing that the director of Killing Gunther was in a remake of River Wild from 2023. Have I not seen that? Why haven't I seen the remake
We
of
almost
River Wild?
watched it one night, Dave. We were going to watch that and the original River Wild for a movie night.
Okay. I just
Dave,
want to watch the original.
It stars Adam Brody in the Kevin Bacon role.
Okay.
That's fun,
guess.
right? That's fun.
Yeah, it's no River Wild, but yeah.
It's no Kevin Bacon. It's no Meryl Streep
Yeah,
and David Strathairn, and John C. Reilly.
So we got Killing Gunther and then Terminator Dark Fate, and then I think we're going to be on hiatus until whatever he makes
Till Arnold
comes
makes
out.
something again, yeah.
Come on, Arnold, get on
I guess we could go back and look at supporting or guest roles, but...
Yeah, we will chat with our wonderful Norm from Cheers, our patron.
Thank you.
About what we do after that, but thank you. I've had a wild time because movies like this, I'm like, I never would have seen this.
This would have
movie.
passed me by, yeah.
I thought it was like a crappy action film. And I'm like, well, it's definitely not that.
It is not that.
Yeah.
He's really,
Weird.
It has become so clear doing this show that he really isn't the trope that people think he is.
No, he never was.
He never was. He never really made those movies.
He looks for interesting ideas.
Yeah.
And I do
he puts
like
that stuff in those movies, to be clear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, and I do like that post-Governor, he's sort of like, well, I'll try some drama. You know what he needs to go back at, right? It's so obvious.
Comedy.
And I appreciate... What?
Comedy.
Yeah. I appreciate him doing what he's doing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I need a movie where, he could do a Meet the Parents situation, right? He could play I'm a crotchety old guy in this comedy.
Do a fucking Meet the Parents with Chris Pratt. It's right there.
Yeah.
Dummies.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Just do that. It just... I'm surprised. I feel like he just doesn't... Not in a bad way. He doesn't care where he's like, fuck it. I'm going to try some dramas. Who will put me in a drama? He's in his fuck it stage here where he's just like,
it's all
I
gravy.
don't get to do drama. I'm going to try drama.
Yeah, it's all gravy for Arnold at this point forward.
Exactly.
What else does he have to prove?
Yeah,
and I think
when
we were talking about Maggie, I think you pulled a quote where he said as much, where he's like, look, I've made all the money I want to make. I've made all the big movies I want to make. Now I'm just kind of picking movies that, picking weird ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, I'm in my fucking face.
Yeah. He doesn't need an agent to be strategizing and stuff.
No.
Where it's like, no, you peaked, man. You're on top. You won. It's like when you're playing a video game and you're like, well, I got all the accomplishments. I'll just fuck around.
He's always been pretty shrewd. I wonder, I'm sure he's a carefully managed man, of course. But it seems like he's always been shrewd in every sort of aspect, arena of his life. He was a millionaire before he was an actor, and then the politics. So
yeah,
I don't know. He's good at picking stuff. He always picks something interesting.
Do you think there's a Last Action Hero sequel in the work in the cards? I mean, where it's
I do. I think one was probably. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of True Lies.
Okay, I think you could do one where it's Jack Slater, and we have this situation where it's like they're still making Jack Slater movies. What the fuck? He's so old. Like
That
you
would
could
be
do
fun.
that angle,
Yeah, that would be really fun.
and it's Jack Slater just like begging to die at that point.
That would be really fun.
It's been like
Would-
30 years. He's like, please, for
It
the
would be
love of God.
it would be fucking great if they could get Harrison Ford in that,
Oh, that would be
because
fun.
that's the gag, right? It's him.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's Arnold too, but with his Terminator.
Yeah, I think they should do the in-world Jack Slater where it's like
yeah.
Jack Slater number 30 or something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's a really fun idea, actually.
Yeah. Someone make that.
Denis Villeneuve. We're talking about Enemy.
Yeah.
He's the king of
Denis
remaking
Villeneuve
movies
doing
that bombed.
The very last action hero.
Right. No, he's got to do Krull first, then he can do Last Action Hero.
Yeah, he yes.
No, what I was going to say is there was, I think, Arnold's in a TV show that seems like it was supposed to be a True Lies
Interesting.
sequel show. I forget what it was called.
He has something called Fubar, is that it?
I think that was it. Yes, I believe that. Because it's like the premise is he's an aging, like, secret agent and he's working with his daughter. And it just really seems like that was maybe pitched as a True Lies
That's what it
spin-off
should
initially.
be. Yeah, they could make another True Lies, but it's also like they don't need to.
They don't need to. The film can exist as it is.
Yeah, there's nothing
Also,
Arnold...
Jim Cameron's busy with a bunch of avatars.
Yeah, he's got shit to do.
Put Arnold in an avatar. What the fuck?
Really? Seriously? Oh,
Maybe
that
he's
would be
coming.
great.
Maybe he's coming.
Yeah. Man. Is there anything that you want to see sequeled that he was in? They're trying to make twins with Eddie Murphy, and that's very
triplets they've been trying to do forever.
funny. Yeah, that's pretty
Conan.
funny.
I want to see King Conan.
That's on IMDb. The Legend of Conan.
Buddy, you
is-
gotta make it because he's old.
Yeah. I assume it'll be that situation where there'll be like other young whippersnappers.
It's King Conan.
around
It's how the
Conan.
first one ends, with him like old as shit sitting on the chair like this.
Yeah.
They just,
Yeah.
the time lapse fade. They promised us that movie. We still haven't seen it. It's been 50 years. Not 40 years.
Yeah. Do another Conan.
Do another Conan. But yeah, other than that, no.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Another
Eraser.
Terminator. Eraser 2.
I guess technically
God.
3, because I believe there is an Eraser 2. He's just not in it.
Right. Yeah, there's also Kindergarten Cop 2.
Mm-hmm. There's a True Lies 2 as well, I believe.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're just talking about stuff now.
All right. Well,
We can be
thank you,
done.
Norm from Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/gamefully unemployed, GAMEFULLY unemployed. You go on there for $5 a month. You get access to exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman, Fox Motors Maniac, Star Trek Next Futurama, Spiel Boys, Himboos, our supernatural podcast. For a little bit more, you can watch movies with us every Friday night on our Discord. Aftermath. We're going to watch it.
I mean, you heard it here. We're gonna do a River Wild double feature.
We're absolutely going to do that.
I don't know why that
So
phrase
check
is
that out.
destroying me today. River Wild.
River Wild. There's also custom podcast, custom we just watched. This was done that way where someone was like, make a podcast about Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we did.
And
we
we said-
did that.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, check out our Patreon.
Do it. We also have a store. Head over to gamefullyunemployed.com where you can find a link to our Teespring store. We have all kinds of cool original artwork by cool original artists like Michael Vincent Branley, Starlene Hodge, Justin Brown, and others. So please check that out. Please rate and review our podcast wherever you're listening to this. And check out our other show feed, Badical, BADICAL, also wherever you're listening to this.
Yes.
Yeah. Do the
Cool.
things.
Brum,
Listen,
brum.
listen to Himboos.
Yeah. Do it.
Listen to
Don't
Himboos.
listen. Just listen. Keep your ears,
Mhm.
keep them ears, focused.
Keep your ears
look
open.
around you.
If Pittsburgh is calling in issues, just tell the Airbus to call Pittsburgh Airport directly. Don't get up from your terminal.
Don't get up. Yeah. Be better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Air traffic controller listening
If a
to
plane
this.
crashes in Pennsylvania, that's Rick's problem.
Yeah.
He
fuck
got
that.
up to go potty.
Yeah.
He should stay at his desk and pee in a coffee mug.
Seriously. They should at least have urinals up there or something.
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
they should have more than 2 people. I think. Anyway,
It's fine.
bye.
We're not going to solve that here. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Australia.